15. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Friday Frothy Live Edition number 20-something. Buddy.
Anyway, Jeff, there you go, mate. We're back. We had a little bit of a moment last week, but back in town, mate.
Thank you to Telstra and give us
Good on you,
Telstra.
Thank you.
So we're all fixed up. We've got the microphone going, which you've been eating.
I have. I thought it was one of those big ice creams.
Mate, let me tell you guys, first of all, first night on the Frothy that I'm actually going to probably wear my glasses because I'm struggling to read. So that's exciting. Plus,
No, I can't.
good old Stevie. Second of all, just wanted to say hello to everyone. Welcome back to the show. Guys, if you're new, my name's Jeff. This is my best mate, Glenn. Well, that's a bit iffy. But anyway, two ends.
So you don't forget it.
We do a sports show every Friday night, obviously called the Friday Frothy, and we don't mind having a froth while we're doing the show. Just did. Sorry we missed it last week because we couldn't get on because of technical difficulties, but we did. So many people ask me during the week, how do we subscribe? How do we subscribe? Because they're all sort of my age. No one knows.
Well, it's easy.
No one knows.
Even I know, and on my technology.
Do you? Explain it.
Well, look, what you do, you just subscribe. Just subscribe and ring the bell. There's a bell on there. Just ring it.
But how do you subscribe? You've got to go onto YouTube. You've got to open up an account, and it takes 2 seconds. You've got to put in an email address, and then you've got to.
It doesn't cost you anything.
No, it's free.
So it's free.
And
hello.
Why are we wanting to? We want to get to 100 subscribers. At the moment, we're at 58, and the reason we want to get to 100 is because once you get to 100, I believe this is what I've been told. I'm no guru at this, but I believe once you get to 100. You actually have a proper YouTube name. So the Friday Frothy will be a proper name. But
which is what we want.
At the moment, our name in YouTube land is CC556783 or 6578309.
Great song, that.
Yeah. We were just talking about Carol.
Right.
Anyway, so guys, if you can, have a look at it. Google it if you don't know how to do it. Subscribe. Help us out. Let us get us to 100 subscribers because that's where we want to be.
Well, we've been talking to some world champions, mate.
We will in a minute. We'll talk about this in a minute.
We've had some massive guests on. Not tonight. It's only me and you. And,
well, it's about time too.
Beautiful Alison and Leah back to the old team. But
that's beautiful.
We all bring more people on.
They're coming.
We've got so much sport and everything to cover.
Listen, talking about coming, and look, it could be a lengthy show tonight, guys. So get yourself a froth, sit back in your comfy chair, and enjoy it. And interact. Get on. If you're a subscriber, get on and talk. Al's over here on the computer. She can tell us what you're saying, and get in and have a crack at us if you want, because we don't care.
Really don't care.
We don't care. No. So, it's about...
My sex saying that.
Talking about guests, we had Ken Peace on the last show that we did, and he was...
The master.
I hope you guys watched it, and I hope you watched it all the way through, because he was tremendous. He was talking stories that I'd never heard of, and I asked Glenn. Glenn's a one-eyed Hawthorn supporter, aren't you?
Loved it.
Right? Jason Dunstall held at gunpoint in America.
Didn't know that.
Never heard the story.
No, but there you go. So this is what this guy knows.
If you haven't watched the show, watch it. And if you want to watch another show with him and you want to ask him some questions, he's going to be on the show again probably in another 3 to 4 weeks, maybe, once he gets back from his cruise.
Just remember, viewers too, 75 books. This is not a guy that's just come on our show. We're very privileged to have him on, and one of the biggest sports writers, not just in Victoria but in Australia, on everything football, cricket, in no order.
Absolutely unreal.
So
and questions, guys, can be anything, and it can be as simple as Dustin Martin.
Yep.
Talk to me about Dustin Martin. Talk to me about someone in like Glenn's time of football, which is
just yesterday,
the 30s and 40s. If you want to know, about that,
it was only yesterday, by the way.
Well, that was just yesterday. Yeah. But anyway, so he's going to come back on the show. Please start throwing some questions through, guys. We didn't have a huge amount of questions for him last time.
No,
and I want people who are watching, we're getting up to 100, 150 views on a show, and I want you guys to ask a question. Someone out there's got to like AFL or cricket.
Absolutely.
All right.
But they're our sport.
And this guy will answer them. He'll know the answer.
Exactly.
Now, talking about the Ken Peace show and all the sort of stuff and the questions, the winner of the shirt was Craig Myers. Craig, your shirt is on the way, buddy. I hope you're watching tonight.
And Mike's really disappointed with that.
Mike Myers.
Sorry, Craig. But your brother, he missed out. You got it.
Oh, he saw it. No, that's not. That's Fat Bastard, isn't it? Mike. It's Mike Myers.
Oh, okay. Mike Myers, yeah.
Yes. So congratulations,
well done, Craig.
She's,
Well done.
she's on its way.
Craig
She's
and
on its
Liz out there. Here you go.
Right. We didn't get to do any filming at the Alex Peroni fundraising night. If you haven't watched the Alex Peroni interview, watch it. Because
Just remember, he is the next. Well, no pressure, is it?
well, there is a bit.
Yeah, I'll bugger it. He's going to be the next #1 Formula One.
I reckon Daniel Ricciardo's going to.
Yeah,
He's going to.
He's out.
I reckon he's going to step
in.
out, and they'll be looking for another Australian to take his place.
Drive.
So, if you haven't seen the show, watch it. But all I can tell you guys that I just wanted to let you know that the farewell dinner and the fundraiser,
Fantastic.
what a great night.
Brilliant night.
David Quinn. Hat off to you. Here it is. Here.
Yeah.
Hat off to you.
Yeah, well done, Dave. And we met the parents. They were beautiful people.
Yes.
So, but everyone had a great night. I think the sponsors.
Nick at our table. He's now a subscriber, I think. Nick.
Exactly. So, how
thank you.
you going, Nick? And we had Jeff there. Jeff and
Ashley, great to catch up with you guys again.
It was fantastic. They enjoyed. I think they enjoyed the night.
How good was Alex working the room? And there was 100 and what do we say? There was 180 people, something like that.
It's a lot of people.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
And he was working the room.
He's like a pro, isn't he? He's not just can drive cars. This kid, he's just a natural.
He was talking to everyone.
Sure, he's only 19. I don't think he's 19. He can't be. He's too mature for 19.
He gets up on the stage and he starts talking to 180 people, and there's no nerves. It just
straight out.
He was so good. Now, while we're talking about that, I just wanted to let you know that he has gone back to Spain. If you haven't seen our Facebook page, I've posted a picture of his car on there. So go to the Friday Frothy Facebook page. Just do a search, and like it, please, because once again,
he might be staying with Manuel over there.
Manuel.
So
but
for all you Basil Foley
I have a
people.
picture up online at the moment.
You've got
check it out.
there you go, the picture of Alex's car. Nice work, computer guru.
And it's got Tasmania. Well,
does.
you're going to see
Big
it.
blue Blunston at the top.
Well,
How good's that for Tassie?
it was announced on the night, Glenn.
It was 200.
Well, 200,000. Probably could have been a little bit more, but
There you go.
I'm sure that will come as he progresses. But
What's her name, Mrs. Archer? What was the first name?
Glenn.
No, not Glenn Archer. Oh, jeez, what a great footballer. Lynn Archer. Lynn, not related to... she was the politician that was there for the Liberal Party, but she was...
No, it's not Lynn.
Is it?
No.
I think it is.
Elise.
Oh, sorry.
Elise. Good job, Elise.
Jeez, I know my politics. Anyway,
that's why we do sport. But anyway, Alex, fantastic job.
Yeah,
he's over in Spain. He's racing his car. He's very happy with
Good
it.
luck,
it
mate.
seems to be going really well. We're obviously going to follow his progress.
We are.
Before we should move on to the next thing, I just want to say thank you to Eddie Hitting.
Eddie, you're a champion.
He, good mate of ours, and he's the one who actually set all this up.
He did.
Well, not this up, but the Alex Peroni interview. And
he's done plenty on his side
so
too.
I hope you're watching, because he's a regular, regular viewer as well.
Well done, Ed Meister.
Now,
cheers, mate.
Talking about following people who've been on the show, something absolutely amazing has happened today.
What happened today, mate?
Remember Jason Belmonte? Go on,
hang
do
on.
it. Here we go. Do it. Right.
What's that? What's that remind you?
He's a two-handed 10-pin bowler, and on the time that he was on the show, we said that he was going to be the best bowler ever in the world, ever.
Hang on.
Ever.
And
He is.
there you go.
Oh, we got a picture?
He's up.
What? Jason Belmonte has won his 11th major title today.
Champion bowler, champion bloke, world champion, best of all time. There you go.
He is
you
now,
don't get much better than that.
He is now. If your bowlers out there and you know these people, he's beaten Earl Anthony's records, Pete Webber. They are the best that has ever been in 10-pin bowling.
Yep. And we had him on the show.
We had him, and we're going to get him back. I've sent him a message saying, now that you are undoubtedly the #1 bowler in the world, we want you back on the show.
And we, let's get the. He needs all the kudos. This guy deserves. All the kudos.
Do you know what annoys me? And I know I don't want to drag on, but this annoys me. Jason Bell. No.
This is a beef.
Now,
Sorry.
we're going to go to Out With It after this, but this isn't Out With It.
I thought it was a beef.
Jason Belmonte now is the Michael Jordan of Tempin Bowling. He's the Roger Federer
he's going like
of Tempin Bowling. He is probably one of the elite, best sportsmen in Australia.
Number one.
But you're not going to hear about it.
No.
Because it's Tempin Bowling. And I think that's really sad.
And the same with young Peroni.
Well, yeah. Well,
we're going to hear
it.
But
if he makes the
when he makes it, everyone will hear about him.
But poor old Jason.
But this guy, he's been well on the verge of being world champion for God knows how long. He is. He can't do any more.
Jason.
So well done, mate.
Congratulations,
Cheers.
mate. You are the best ever.
Yep. And we'd love to have you back on, mate.
Well, he said that. He'd come back on.
Well, yeah.
All right.
What else is happening in the world of sport,
Well,
mate?
before we go into what's happening around the world in sport, we're going to start off with Out With It. Now, Out With It, guys, if you don't know, is anything that's happened in the world of sport that gets on our goats.
There's been plenty, so...
Oh, hang on, and... Out With It! Is it? It's it!
We're back on. We're back
Did it
on.
work? Wow, this is all new to us. This is amazing.
There's not a little technical problem there. That was just tiny.
Hope you enjoy. Make sure you're subscribed and you're logged in and saying something, because this is pretty classy stuff that we're doing right now.
So we've got some gripes. So just a few. We're gonna zip through this, and I don't know who's going first.
No, you go.
Okay, right. Rugby. This is not just rugby, by the way, and Aussie rules. It could be soccer. All sports, not just in Australia, by the way.
It's happening in the
It's happening in
NFL.
NFL as well, but what we're talking about is cultural problems. Now, scandals, there's been shows on the Tonight shows and all the rest of it about...
Not tonight.
Not
show.
Tonight show,
No.
but, sexual behaviour so-called supporters that go out, and I suppose it's fair to say that they look for male company with sports people. I think what's happening, perhaps it's a little bit of both ways. I don't think they're being treated properly. And
It's probably 50. It's probably
50-50 at the
50-50.
moment, because if they go out to expect to see footballers of any description, and they're in a group, and they've been having a few frothies or whatever, and they're under, I mean, the women should be a little bit more sensible. But the guys have got to, come on, you guys, you've got to be better than what you are.
I'm going to be the devil's advocate here, because
Okay.
I'm going to say that I believe what you're saying. 50% of these women are out there doing the wrong thing. And
Well,
they're trying to.
Not all
let's
of them.
let's just go out there and say they're trying to hook up with famous people.
That's what they're doing.
That's what you do.
That.
So, I know it's getting dirty. It's getting dirty.
Yeah.
But let's go to the other side of the table. That 50% of the players who are out there trying to do the same thing. They're the evil guys who were doing the wrong thing and abusing people and don't take advantage of these girls when they're drunk. Oh, that's what I'm saying.
It does. It's a 50-50, but it is a major problem, and we're seeing lots of shows on TV about this issue, and look, it just goes on and on and on and on and on, and they're going to keep reporting it. So we've just brought it up. We're not going into it because obviously there can be legal problems and all the rest of it. But we're not going.
We sort of have.
Oh, we have, but we're going to jump straight out of that because I've spoken enough about that. But I've got a real beef here. Taylor Harris, a young, great women's footballer that plays for Carlton. Now everyone knows it's been in the news.
Sorry about that, Tom.
We saw the beautiful picture of this lady kicking a football. I haven't seen a better kicking style since the great Ted Whitten. Oh, except for yourself, Jeff. And Jeff Payne. But the great Ted Whitten in an old shot where his feet are both off the ground and he's kicked through the ball. Yeah. Now, this girl
it's pretty amazing.
Is a boxer.
Yeah.
She can play sport, and for this poor kid to get ridiculed by trolls on social media, they're the people that I really am having a crack at here. I know something's getting done about it, and it should get done, and that's it. So we want to see a little bit more happening, and so that this kid and all these other women can get back on with what they do, and that is play football.
She was that offended that she's actually made a post saying that it was sexual abuse, and I didn't get to see what was written.
It is.
I saw the photo and I thought, whoa, bloody hell.
But
that's amazing.
When you first see it, how can people look at that as a sexual thing? I can't see that. I'm sorry.
Look,
I just see that as a footballer, and so athletic because she's athletic.
Everyone, I shouldn't say everyone, but there's so many people out there at the moment who are just so negative against women's sport.
It's not just women's sports.
Anything. No. I'm going to go into my next hour, if you don't mind. I'm just going to quickly have a say. The footy show started on Wednesday night. Okay, I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, the one on Channel 9?
Yeah. I've got to tell you firsthand, I wasn't a fan. I watched 5 minutes, I turned it off. It wasn't for me. So
fair enough. I didn't see it.
But on the same token, what I'm saying is it has been bagged. Any site on Facebook with the footy show, you know, they'll put up Alex Rance has done his ACL, he's out for the year.
Yeah,
all right?
Which is really bad.
And you know what the comments will be? Oh, the footy show is crap. Oh, why would you watch that? It's the end of the footy show. Bring back Sam Newman. And I'm thinking, people are just out there to give negativity.
Yeah. We need positivity.
We don't get a lot of comments on our show, but I'm sure if you started, they'd be negative anyway.
Well, but what we want you people to start commenting. Give us your thought, because this is only because I'm upset about it, but Jeff's upset about it, but. Another thing, fights in football, the Richmond Carlton game.
Come on, guys.
The first go, if you want to go and fight, you lout.
Yeah.
And some of them look like they had the same jumpers on. Go and have a fight. If you're a boxer, get in a ring.
Yeah.
Don't go to the football and that when you got people sitting there with kids and grandmothers and everything else. People go to the football to watch the great Australian game that it is, whether it's football or cricket. You idiots are out there, mate. If you need to be like that, bugger off.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? One of the reports, bit of applause from the audience. One of the reports this afternoon was that there's actually more females now attending the AFL than there is males, right?
Yep.
So you got females and kids, and that's why there's such a big push on AFL football. I'll be completely honest with you. Our views on our show is we've got more females watch our show than males.
Yeah, and just
this is two right here.
This is
you're probably the only two, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
And this is quickly really left of field. But I read an article today in our local paper down here that even our local Lauderdale football team.
Do we have a paper?
Well,
Sorry,
apparently we have.
Yeah.
Called the Mercury. But just noticed that my son's old club, my old club, and that they're putting in that their club rooms weren't up to standards. The change rooms weren't up to standards. Now they've got a $450,000 grant. So, and part of that is for the women as well.
Yeah.
So that because we've got women, so we've got to understand now it's women's. It's men and women's now, so we've got to have facilities.
It's not going to change.
It's not changing. We've got to have facilities now, which is tough, but we've got to have that in every.
Yeah, I prefer to have the same facilities myself, but anyway, that's just me.
Yeah. But anyway,
now,
so that's it.
That was a bit off. I shouldn't say that's no, it's not. That's just me being a male. So
that's that's.
Well, that was out with it.
Well, that was out with it.
Was that with it?
Hang on. We're going to do it again. That was. Out with it!
And
there we go. They're talking about fights. UFC, this happened last week. We didn't get on last week. I wanted to report it because we do talk with the little Conor McGregor. He's good. Well, he's taken someone smashing him on the ground yeah.
So that's different. So he didn't actually physically.
No,
he just didn't like the phone.
No, he's been harassed. He's like you go with the doctor and people punch you in and go, "When Frothy, can I get a photo? And he's like, I just want to buy a lettuce." Don't interrupt Glenn while he's buying a lettuce, please. At the shoreline. Alright.
People would call me a bit of a rabbit, but I don't buy me lettuce.
Alright, come on, let's talk a little sport now that we've done it on political stuff and
what have we got anything?
he's retiring at the end of the season. Don't know if you guys have seen that or heard it or not.
I like the
But,
guy.
37
Playing
years
a
of
great,
age,
great
played
player.
327 games for
And
Cronulla.
still is for this year.
Well, yeah, but he's looking forward to
but he's
retiring,
looking
mate.
forward,
He's
isn't
done. He's like
He's
me.
done.
He's like me. I'm
I'm
looking forward to retiring.
And because he's a pretty good, he's a pretty fair boxer.
Yeah,
and he's doing well.
He'll go out of that and
Continue on with
pursue
the
that
boxing.
career. Yeah. The Roosters halfback Cooper Cronk. He's been ruled out of tomorrow night's game
The Cronster.
against Manly. He's done his hamstring.
Happens when you get older, Cooper.
Happens at Christmas time when
Happens to
everyone
the
buys
best
their
of us.
hams.
Yeah.
NFL?
NRL.
Oh, it's NRL.
Yes.
Yes.
National
National Rugby
National-
League.
National Rugby League.
Not National Football League.
Sorry.
So, here's an interesting one. I don't know if this is true or not, but I did hear this, and I'm pretty close to the train tracks when it comes to rumours. I hear a lot of things come my way, being in the media like I am, and this.
Right?
The NRL wants to expand. They want to go to another 2 teams.
Yeah.
So there's big talk at the moment of another Brisbane team.
Oh. Yeah. So that's 2.
Yeah, look,
We're rejoicing.
well,
The Broncos. So that means we've got the
Everyone around
Titans
world
on the Gold
applauds.
Coast,
They're so happy.
the Broncos and the Wallabies, or whoever they're going to be, or I don't know.
Anyone-
who they're going to be.
anyone
And then
out-
we've got the Cowboys up there.
yeah,
further.
and so, well, that's a long way away. Anyone remember the South
it is.
Queensland Crushers?
Yeah.
I do. I've got a fully signed jersey or Guernsey of the Crushers, but that
Are they
failed.
coming back?
No, well, who would
Might
know?
be called the Crushers.
Who would know? But there you go, guys. There's
Because
just
they-
a little bit of talk
No,
out
no,
there.
that's good.
If you're in
Interesting.
Brisbane and you've heard of this, can you please write in and let us know?
Tell us, yeah.
Friday, the Friday Frothy at gmail.com.
Yeah, come on, you people up there in Bris Vegas.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
Because we don't know if that's true. Man, and listen, this is we're still on NRL, but just talking about expansion, we've had the CEO, is it David Gallop, A-League Soccer, the round ball sport,
Yeah.
Australian
Yes, it is. Yeah, go.
football. He's been down in
also likes his horse
Tasmania.
racing.
And Glenn, I'm going to put this out right now, and I hope the AFL, someone in the AFL is watching the show, because you're on notice right now. Because if we get an A-League team in Tasmania,
Gillen.
we get a soccer team, a football team in Tasmania before we get an AFL team,
Well, that's where it's going, mate.
you are in trouble, AFL.
Yep, you
because
are.
our grassroots is Australian rules football down
No
here.
good leaving it for another 10 years.
And if you don't act now and do something about this, we are not going to be an Australian rules state.
No.
So-
You're losing us now. They don't even realise, but they're losing now.
Oh, they know.
because,
They know. They know.
You know, there's a lot of people, a lot of kids these days
There's
going to
teams.
different leagues.
There's teams in Tasmania that can't. Brighton's just
Well,
announced
they've just-
today.
they're
They've
gone.
pulled out of the league because they. Sorry to talk Tasmania guys, but
No.
this is what's happening down here at the moment.
But it's happening in Victoria.
We're having teams pull out of Australian rules football because they can't fund or man a team because we don't have enough players. And when you've got the soccer boss coming down here and talking about expansion and wanting a Tasmanian team, we're going to lose. We're going to lose big time.
Yeah,
So, AFL, you're on notice from the Friday Frothy.
absolutely. Right. I hope you got that good.
Now, listen, I'll stay with it. Just Ricky Stewart's called out Wayne Bennett. They're having a bit of a fight. The two oldsters. Basically, Ricky Stewart said that Wayne Bennett is irrelevant, and
I used to struggle with that word, irrelevant, but I can say it now.
Irrelevant.
irrelevant.
Used to be, irrelevant.
So basically, he's
It's irrelevant.
Starting up a lawnmower.
he's irrelevant. So basically, he's telling him that he's a drama queen and get over it. And there's a lot of infighting in the NRL about what's happening off the field, as we've just spoken about with scandals and players. So yeah, a bit of infighting there. Well done to the Rabbitoh skipper. Greg Inglis.
Yes.
He's admitted that he's struggled with the old frothinator. Guys, yeah, he's put it out there and said, yes, I've turned to the drink to try and solve my problems, and it won't happen.
No.
Drink will
Unfortunately,
not fix any
we like to have a
problems.
beer and everything else, but
Duncan.
unfortunately, you've still got to wake up the next morning, and it won't go away, unfortunately.
But well done.
But I tell you what,
Well done,
he is absolute star. He's a champion of all champions. We've just been told, actually, while we're on that, just been
Plebes
told.
news.
Well, I don't know if it's breaking news, but the guy from the Rabbitohs, the English
Yes, come on.
English guy. What's his name? One of the brothers. He's been. Oh, I'm trying to think of his name.
Oh, Tim Finn.
Jonas.
Tim Finn.
Well, he's a brother.
Finn brothers. The
I
Jonah
think of
brothers.
his name. The English guy.
The Gallagher brothers.
Plays. What does he play?
He's the best. Oh God, I forgot his name. It doesn't matter. I'll remember it in a minute. No, he's the best rugby league player at the moment in the world. Oh, sorry. Well, in the world, yes. And I'll think of his name in a second. But he's taken over the mantle, I think, from Greg Inglis. And he's the
Isn't a mantle
skipper of
something?
the-
Isn't a mantle go over a fire?
Oh, it is.
It's a mantle.
Burgess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what? Not. It's Burgess.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you.
Which brother though?
Peter.
No.
No, David.
Didn't he
Sam.
do a TV
Sam
show?
Burgess.
Isn't it?
John
Oh,
Burgess.
Sam Burgess.
Remember John?
No, listen, it's Sam Burgess.
The Wheel
Can
of
I- I'm
Fortune.
going to interrupt because no, I'm sorry. You're going to come back to that. But you just said Wheel of Fortune, John Burgess. Last week,
Oh.
Glenn and I met Glenn
Straight off the
Ridge.
track, Glenn Ridge.
Glenn Ridge from Sale of the Century.
Ridgey Didge.
Who now owns a media company
Yeah.
producing TV shows.
He does.
Hey, Glenn, what do you think of the show?
Exactly. Actually, give us a few words of wisdom, but he's a
Hey, how good was he?
big car enthusiast, and he does the rallies and everything down here, doesn't he? And
Targa.
big Targa,
Targa, yeah.
Targa.
But
So,
he was.
Glenn Ridge. What a nice bloke and refreshing. I know he'd lost his voice talking to us because he was so excited.
Oh,
to
no,
talk
he had
to
the
us.
flu. He'd been crook.
I just thought he was excited to talk to us. But,
Sorry,
anyway,
I gave that away. Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, Tony actually he didn't move like Tony Barr because he wasn't
No.
like that, but he was sort of. Oh, how are you going, fellas?
But there you go.
Great bloke,
Glenn
nice bloke.
Ridge, if you're watching, and I hope you are, because he
Yeah.
said he was going to go home and watch it. Thank you very much for your words, mate.
Yeah,
And,
no, we appreciate it.
we're
And all the best.
yeah.
Hope your Carl's better.
Anyway, are you finished with Burgess?
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's Sam Burgess. So what it was that they've just come out and said now that he is the best rugby league player in the world. So with Wales, England, you know, and all that. So I think that's pretty good, isn't it? So I reckon he's taken over from. The reason I brought that up is because of
Greg
Inglis,
Inglis, yeah.
because I thought he was,
Yeah.
and he was.
Yeah.
But now, this. Yeah, so anyway,
I got something for you that
with the
probably,
rabbits,
It
the
probably,
Rabbitohs.
it probably means nothing to anyone out there, but it means
Sorry,
something
Sam
to you.
Burgess too.
The Honey Badgers playing rugby union again. He's playing in a match.
Oh, not the honey bit.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm just saying, the Honey Badger.
Do you reckon he'll have time? Because he'll be talking to the women going halfway down the, when he's got the ball on the.
No, I don't know.
Probably try and have a date.
The bloody Honey Badger. Last week, Glenn, Nick Curious, your favourite tennis player. He's had a swipe at Novak Djokovic.
Yeah, the Joker.
The Joker lost a match and no one seemed to care. But when Curious loses a match, everyone
Jumps on him.
yeah.
Okay, well,
So-
that might be fair enough.
But there was footage of him last week, and I hate giving this guy airtime, to be honest with you. But he's smashing his racket. He took his shoes off and he threw them into the crowd. And I just, mate, get over it.
Yeah, just go out and play tennis.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Give it up. If it's that hard and you hate
give
it
it
that
up.
much, give it up.
But he is-
because what sort of a role model are you for young kids coming through the tennis ranks right now? You are. Oh, it annoys me.
He's such a. The trouble is. The
Why
trouble
be
is.
there if you're not happy?
He's such a talent, but you're right. If
you're
you're not
your
enjoying it,
talent.
if
Talent.
you're not enjoying it, don't do it. That's what I've always said in any sport. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. But you're not doing too bad out of it, mate. I bet you're not on $25 an hour or $30 an hour at work.
Not like us.
So
I've got a good cure for any tennis players that are a bit mouthy. And here it is.
Well, we can't see it, so
No,
we don't know
you
what
can't see it.
we don't know what you're doing.
we're
But
happy
I'm
with
sure
it.
it's good.
It's bloody good.
It is. Bloody good.
And while we're just jumping off people because I'm just going to just jump left the field here, but while we're talking about things that happen like tennis players like that, but my old mate Jason Ackermanis, barred from a local golf course, Thurgoona, which is in Albury, I think just on the border there of Victoria and New South Wales. He's been done for cheating, old Acker.
Yeah, sucked in.
Acker wants to become a professional
Not a
golfer.
fan. Not a fan, Glenn. Not a fan.
No, but if he does. He wants to become a professional golfer. And look, this is a major setback, Acker. But at any rate, one of the guys that he must have been watching him play. He's on the 6th, and he's hit a 6. Sorry. And claimed it as a par, didn't he? As a par 4.
Yeah, it was a par 4. He had 6 shots and scored it as 4.
And he scored it as a 4.
Yeah,
and so that's the allegation. So we're only saying allegation, but
would not surprise
he was
me
stopped in.
unless...
But old Acker, he says, as good as he comes up, he says, "Oh well, that's the 6th time at this one club I've had trouble." And he said, "Well, bugger," he said, "I'm not going back again." So we don't know where that is, but mate, you can't cheat on a golf card. We don't know if you did or you didn't.
We can.
Well,
we do.
At any rate, and
kick it back in.
How's he going to do a handstand with his golf club?
Well, you could do that in the pit. We could do that in the sand pit.
Yes, yeah, we got the yeah.
So, at any rate, so that was sort of getting off poor old Acker there. But come on, mate.
Poor old Acker, no.
Well, no.
Well, don't cheat, mate. If you did cheat, don't.
He's a gun player.
And if you didn't cheat, well, I don't know. That's six times you've been caught up at that club, so something's going on.
No. We've all met him. And listen, we might as well talk a little bit of AFL while we're on the AFL.
Very well.
Josh Kelly, he was going to go to North Melbourne. Well, he was never going to go to North Melbourne, but they offered him $16 million to go there, and he never went. No, they didn't. That I'm just saying. And it's a good thing he didn't, because he's still injured. He's not going to get up for the first couple of games of the season. As we said, Alex Rance has done his ACL last night.
Yeah, look, sorry about that, because we don't like to see the champions. Anyone, I don't care if they're champions, to the best, to the worst.
Unless you're the Honey Badger.
Exactly. We really feel sorry for him. I thought he took it pretty well.
He was good, wasn't he?
And as he said, life doesn't stop.
Yeah, because he's getting the money no matter what.
Exactly, but he
gets
very positive. And anyway, I don't know what that does for our football tipping. Does it change it?
No, you can't rely on one player in your team.
It's like the old Clarkson, take a soldier, gain a soldier.
Yeah, it's like you. Glenn, if you don't watch the show, Glenn is at One-Eyed Hawthorn, right? Yeah. And I'm North Melbourne, as you can probably see with my hat. Oh, my hats have disappeared. But anyway,
what am I, Jeff?
North Melbourne and Les Essendon. But what I'm saying is, Tom Mitchell goes out for the season in Hawthorn. Glenn's now a North Melbourne supporter, and I keep saying you can't rely on one player in your team. And I know he gets 50 disposals, but you can't rely on one team, one player in your team. But anyway, let's move on. Last night's game, Nick Rewalds had a bit of a rant about what happened to Jack Rewald, where what's his name, Liam Jones.
Oh, he stood there.
He's giving him a bit of biff.
No, he was he was running and not looking, and that, you know, when they stand there and they block. And he ran into him, and he might have copped it in the old solar plexus, as they used to say in wrestling.
That is nice word.
You like that?
Nice word. Now, plexus, Glenn, they're talking about suspension.
Well, they're trying to set
soft.
They're trying to set moulds or whatever you want to
call
it. Soft, yeah.
It was a free kick. That's all it was. It was a free kick.
Keep your eye on the player and the ball, and it would have happened. Anyway, that's that.
It's soft. It's
soft. So we go on that. Now, just straight on footy, just a quick note there. Matthew Lloyd, Collingwood are playing tonight, probably as we speak.
That'd be good. Actually,
they're playing. They're getting close. They're playing Geelong, and
that'd be a good game.
This has just got nothing to do with it. But Matty Lloyd reckons the Collingwood midfield, so we can watch that tonight, viewers. He reckons they're the best midfield he's ever seen. I just thought I'd let you know that.
I don't want to upset your wife, but I've never been a big fan of Matthew Lloyd.
Well, I wasn't, because
I've done it. I've upset her. I see. I've done it. I've upset her, but
actually, I can see some of them darts flying across there now. We didn't like him because he threw the grass in the air, and it took about half an hour for it to come back down.
Have you ever played a game of golf with a guy who does that? Before he'll hit a golf ball, he's got to throw a piece of grass 15 times in the air, and you think, really? And then he hits it 10 feet in front. Oh, just a dribble.
It's just terrible.
Bloody hell. I didn't actually watch last night's game, and I just wanted to quickly talk to you about the new 666 rule.
666.
Right, now the reason I bring this up is
666.
It's
sounds sinister, doesn't it?
Right, that doesn't matter.
Forward, back.
No, it was a band. I can't remember. Doesn't matter.
Don't remember that.
Anyway, Yes, how long? 34 minutes. That's all right. Glen Ridge said to go longer, so
Yeah.
we're gonna listen to what Glenn says because
Podcast.
he's a champion. Well, we should be podcasting. We're gonna start podcasting so I can listen to this while I'm driving around the state. The 666 rule means 6, 6, and 6, obviously, in the field, and it's a big change from
Devil
where
of a
we've
rule.
been. Devil of a rule.
So they've got 45 seconds. So when a goal's kicked,
Yeah.
they've got to get back to those positions. So and there's a shot clock up on the main screen, and the players can see that.
Yep.
And if they don't get back, what happens? I think that's just
It's a free kick. It's a free kick.
So I reckon
6 in the forward line, 6 in the centre, and then 6 in the back
exactly
line.
right. So it's 666.
Now, I just want...
Oh God, I've got complaints already.
Here we go. Live on TV and the phone's ringing. I was Mick. You should have put him on.
I could have put him on.
You
actually.
still have. You just press that there. Hello, Mick. Mick, you're on live. You're live on the Frothy. How are you, mate? We don't normally do this, but special occasion because it's your birthday last week.
Yeah, that's your brother that was on the show.
He was
early,
on the
wasn't
show,
he?
yeah.
And he's
live on.
he's
I've
60.
interrupted you live on Friday, Frothy.
Yeah.
We're very disappointed that you're not actually watching today, though, Mick.
We thought you were we just thought you were just tuning in to just tuning in to be on the show, mate. But just to say how good Collingwood are.
Yes.
Oh, no, not. I was talking to Jeff earlier on that maybe you should have a little segment called Busy Idiot, and I reckon I'd fit the bill quite well.
Yeah, we can do
I
that.
think you would, mate.
The village idiot. Let's bring on Mick.
And I'll tell you what we'll do, Mick. What we'll do, just for the viewers, I'll ring you back after the show.
It's very nice to talk to you, though, mate.
Nice to talk to you, mate, and I'll talk to you about it in another 20 minutes.
And just let me reiterate.
Happy 60th.
Just let
It's
me
all good, mate.
just let me reiterate how disappointed I am that you aren't watching the show live and you didn't know that we were on.
No.
So anyway, Mick, thanks for calling.
Yeah. Go back to sunny Queensland. Oh, that's right, you are there.
It's very nice.
Oh, New South Wales.
How good is this, guys?
Sorry,
See,
New South
this is
Wales.
what I'm
Northern.
saying. If you're a viewer and you're
Well, hang on, there's a bit of a time difference. It's only 6:05 here.
Ah, well, there you go.
so
Anyway, talk to you later, mate.
So what I'm saying is, if you're a subscriber and a viewer, you can even ring us and we'll talk to you live.
Obviously we do, because he knows when we go live. He should have known. But anyway, I don't know.
Yes.
There you go.
So if you don't know, Mick was sitting with us a couple of months ago, wasn't he?
He was.
And watched the show. So anyway, where I was with the 666 rule, right? And I've just got some stats here that who this is going to hurt the most is Tigers. All right, Richmond. And here's the stats, right? The Tigers line up 666 formation is just 3.4% of centre bounces, right? Compared to their favoured 765 formation, which they had 71.1% of the time.
Okay.
While the 864 is 11.5%, and other formation is 12.2. So basically, the Tigers never do a 666 formation.
So it's taking. So looking at that, then a lot of the things going behind the scenes, how you set up in behind the ball and all that, that's out because it's more one-on-one, isn't it? It's more one-on-one, which
it could be.
Which I don't mind it because you're going to see the stronger player take the mark and whatnot. So
yeah.
Anyway, after round 1 or 2, we're going to sort of get to guess: is it good or not?
I just think that who's beeping up our driveway?
I think somebody's delivering something to the Frothy.
That's all right.
Well, it might be the award we've won already.
Just let's get on some motor racing because we're Alex Peroni fans.
Yep.
Formula One, obviously, the Melbourne Grand Prix, the first race of the season was on the weekend.
Yes.
Not our mate yet because he hasn't been on the show, but Daniel Ricciardo. Basically, let's say Damon Hill, who's the next champion. He has basically said that he reckons that the Renault will quickly get up to speed and be competitive. But the boss of Renault's told Daniel Ricciardo that you need to accept that
it's going to take some time.
Yeah, you're not going to be up there. You're going to be in the back of the pecking order. So Daniel Ricciardo, if you didn't watch the race, he started off in 12th position and went off in the grass, lost his wing and had to pit.
And he blew a tyre, didn't he?
Well, yeah, lap 32 he had...
Blew a head gasket.
Was it 19?
That was a tyre.
Yeah, he was forced off to retire at 32 with car problems.
How did his mate go? Him, what was his name? The other guy?
Verstappen, I don't know.
I
didn't actually watch
him and
it.
Berg, I think he was in 8th or 9th in Renault.
Ricardo's suggested that he's a 50-50 chance that he might race at Bathurst.
Well, that'd be all right.
He wouldn't beat us, not in the Hilux.
No, I don't know. He'd have to be good to beat Alex too on the old simulator.
Well, but isn't that interesting? Because Alex drove. He said how different it is from a V8 to
heavier car, heavy to hold on the track.
Yeah,
he respected them, didn't he?
So it's interesting. Well, yes, certainly did. Yeah, he said they were champions. What they did.
Right.
Just quickly. Another thing that Alex spoke about was Mick Schumacher.
Yes,
which is Michael Schumacher's son, who won the Formula 3 last year.
Wow.
He's now gone into Formula 2. It looks like he's going to follow in the footsteps of his father.
So he's going to be a star.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be fought between him and Alex, would it?
Wouldn't that be nice? How good would that be?
How good would it be if they were on the same team?
So, and well, wouldn't that be good? Just quickly, the Mustangs in the V8 supercars. If you haven't watched it, Mustang Sally's, they are dominating the Holden drivers, Holden public, Holden everyone, Holden. Not happy because the Mustangs are just quick. Scott McLaughlin's winning everything. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quickly, a little thing here. We're just going to go straight back to rugby league. This is just my thoughts. So if this is for viewers, I'm sure Jeff is going to have a little bit of a go at this either next week or the week after. But this is how I think they're going to finish 2019, monetary wise, and on order of merit from 1 to whatever wherever they finish. But the Roosters, I think, $4.50. The Rabbitohs to finish second at $6.50. Storm $7. Broncos $9.
Are these your own personal odds?
This is personal. The odds are not mine, but the.
So you're turning into a bookie.
Exactly. Cowboys $12. Panthers $12. The Knights $14. Sharkies 19, Raiders 19, Dragons 21, Warriors.
Where's my Eels?
23, Eels 26, Tigers 31. The Manly Sea Eagles 46, the Titans up on the coast 61, and the poor old doggies at 76.
Jeez.
So that's.
Where was the Raiders? Because Jason Pearson were made about.
Well, they won. They won the other night. The Raiders too. The Raiders they were at $14.
Oh, there you go, Jace. Get some money on there, mate.
I watched the game the other night because we had the guy that was just on the phone. His daughter was there. Staying at our place, and the husband is a one-eyed Canberra Raiders.
I'm just going to